Oh boy. It's been a morning already. So, hopefully we've got everything we need. Sam went to get me a magnet. Oh good, we have at least one viewer. I see one eyeball up there. Looks like it may be Renee. So, we are going to, oh, this one Joni finished for me. Oh, we got 3. Janice is watching, and a mystery person. So we're going to be using, and Jan is watching. And we're up to 5. All right. Whew. So, I showed on Sunday this new stamp and stencil. Hello, Janice. And then I gave it to Joni today, and she made this one into a card, and then she's cut me some other bits and pieces to make some more. I thought we still had this little acorn at the store. I saw it yesterday when I stopped in, or when I was here. But it looks like we sold out of them yesterday. So, but we did get a new one in from Becca Feekin. So it's a little bit larger, which I think would work just as well. So I have that in the store that I can, and I do have it, I don't know. Natalie gave it to me. So it's probably over here in my pile of stuff. So we have this one new in from Becca Feekin. So it does have these acorns, and they're just a little bit larger, but I think that they would work just as nicely. Along with it has a pumpkin and some bigger leaves. So those are in the store. Or maybe you have this one from last year that is the Birdhouse series, and it has an acorn in there also, along with some leaves. So we do have those in the store also, depending on what you like. The birds are not in the store, though, I don't think. Maybe, but not the new cardinal. New cardinal sold out with Spellbinders also. Sam has got me a magnet here. So, and then let's show you this one. If you have a Misty, you're going to want these. They have been out for a little bit, but this is the first time they've been available wholesale for me to order. Elizabeth says, happy birthday, Sam. So we do have the sticky mats in from Misty. You get 3 in a package, and I used it last night for the first time, and I have my dirty one in my Misty. My Misty was not at home, so I just used it as a, to hold my stencil in place. So you do want, when you peel this off, you do want to save this so that it, you don't end up with a bunch of non-sticky. But I'm pretty sure I didn't clean it last night because I didn't have a microfiber cloth, and I didn't want to leave a bunch of, I think a little bit of alcohol with the microfiber cloth will clean off the excess inks that I left on here. And I will tell you that Sophie was walking on my workspace and stepped on it a couple times and was like shaking her paws. She was, what the heck is that, Mom? So I am just putting a bar magnet and another little magnet down so that it holds it in place. Like so. Joni has a whole bunch of stuff. So I did do this one last night on craft. I used the macchiato spice, and I believe it was some s'mores for my inks, and I did use a little bit of Rockin' Red for my leaves. So, oh, and over Sandcastle was the lighter shade for my acorns. So I am going to stick this down on my sticky, well, like, I know, I'm like, it's a 6x6 stamp, and 5.5 by 5.5 maybe. But anyways, last night, since I didn't have a Misty, I could not stamp this. So.
You're going to stamp it in s'mores?
I am going to stamp it in Cargo, I think. I think Cargo's darkest. Maybe s'mores is. S'mores. But I use s'mores, so I'm not like sure.
I think Cargo's a little bit more green.
I don't know. Pick a color. S'mores or Cargo? Alright, so I'm just going to peel off. They can't even hear you, Sam. Alright, so I am just peeling off.
I vote s'mores.
The backing. And I am going to just kind of put this in the middle. And this is where the sticky grid comes in really handy because you have this larger stamp. You've got a little fuzz ball on there that looks like I need to get rid of. And so I'm just going to figure out which way I did this. So I might have to move it up. All right.
Would it be smart to stencil it after you stamp it?
It would be, it would work, but then when you stamp and then you stencil over the top, you're going to lose some of the crispness of the ink. So, so you can do it either way. I thought since I had this stuff at home to stencil last night, I would do that, and then today we would stamp it. Does it look like? It looks like
it looks off to me, but it could be just the angle I'm at.
This one is. What do you think? I think it looks pretty good.
Probably as close as you're gonna get.
I think it is. And it looks pretty close to me. Alright, so I am making sure my stamp is on the top, the lid. And because I'm using the sticky mat, my paper actually stayed where I wanted it since it's not in the middle. And you said we're going to use s'mores? Mm-hmm. Alright, s'mores it is. And I'm just going to ink up this stamp. It has not been seasoned, so I'm hoping that it stamps great the first time.
Hopefully you're on the sticky mat, so you can always stamp it again.
That's true, as long as I'm sticky matless. Alright. I feel like
It's also
and this
fresh
is
ink,
fresh ink, so light taps. And do we have, there it is. And using the stamp collider. Okay, moment of truth. Oh, that's pretty darn good. Look at how much.
It's a little off.
It's a little off, but I don't
think... It kind of makes it look a little whimsical.
Yeah, I like it. It's only off a little bit on a couple of, and I don't know that I could, because it was stenciled, I don't know that I could have gotten any closer. Because their stencil does, I'm going to tell you right now, does not have a lineup guide, so I had to do a little play last night. I don't know. That's pretty darn cute. I knew I liked it before, and now I really like it. Okay. So, then you just peel it off. And now it's ready to use. So, I'm going to go ahead and stamp again. And then we'll stencil. So, I do have... Were you going to get me a different color?
I was just going to get you a...
Okay. I had a piece of brown already. Oh, Joni has all this little pile of all this goodness here, and I am messing it all up.
are you looking for?
Well, I had a piece of, she might have used it for something. I had a piece that's already cut.
Oh, you have a little cutter.
So I'm just using a craft card base. And I couldn't see what that score line was, but hey, I did a pretty good job. All right, so I'm just, oh, where'd you come from, little leaf? I am just going to lay this anywhere in here because I'm going to stencil on top of it. So should I use cargo this time?
Sure, why not?
I haven't opened this one yet. So I don't even know what color it is.
You didn't even open buttermilk yet either.
No, because it was so light I was afraid to last night. I know.
Should swatch them like I normally do.
There's an ink pad in that cup. Is that?
Mm-hmm.
Do we know what ink it is? Ooh, I'm pushing too hard. I can tell you that because I'm filling in the.
Yeah, it's a Captain Fuller ink pen.
Yeah. Okay.
Midnight. It's black.
This is just the stamp in cargo on
Craft.
And I pushed a little too hard there. Oh well. It's all good.
You can flip it over and do it again.
I could, or I can just say good enough.
No, maybe not, because the sticky mat left.
Oh yeah, because I didn't clean the sticky mat. Okay, so there's that. And I am going to hand this off to Samantha.
Because I have enough space to
Well,
clean over here.
sure. You have more space than I do. Maybe. Okay. Now I
don't have
what are you looking for?
alcohol.
Right here. I am going to take out a new sticky mat. So there's 3 of them in there. They all have different grids on them. So the one I used first had this wide grid, and then they have detailed grid and a medium grid. I am just going, and it has a protective coating on top. Peel that off, but you want to save it so that when you put it away, nothing else sticks to it like cat paw prints. And it is kind of transparent.
Magnets really stick to it, don't they?
And the magnets really do stick to it. And I am going to now line up. I'm going to do and I think that's going to be as close as I get. And then I'm just using that little bit of a stickiness around the grid to hold my stencil in place.
That's how clean I got it, if they want to know.
So Sam used a little bit of alcohol with a microfiber cloth and got it pretty clean. It's not perfect, but I think it works. And I don't think it ever will be perfect again, and it didn't take the stickiness away.
I'm sure you could spray a little bit of pixie spray or something on it.
Oh, I'm sure pixie spray would be perfect. All right, I am going to use...
To replenish its stickiness.
What do you think? Should you use spiced? Sandcastle, I can tell you, needs to be re-inked.
Yeah, it does.
I want to use a new color. I'm going to use macchiato because I think it's my...
Is it your darker color or lighter?
It's lighter than the other one. So, but it is still a little bit on the darker side. But I am just going to do just one swap into the ink, and maybe I might do a couple others that are a little darker than there.
Interesting.
What?
Well, you stamped this in brown and it's pink.
All right, so I did macchiato for my acorn. And lift up the stencil.
Ooh. You were really dark out here.
Yeah, that's where I first started. Hand that to Sam. And now we have the acorn tops. And I can tell you it's much easier to line this up when it's stamped than when it's not stamped. Last night I had a little bit of trouble. Not too much, but a little bit. I can tell you that I did line up my stencils because I was trying to put the leaves on. So I kind of lined up my stencils and then could figure out where it was going. Okay, and then my stencil tops, I'm going to do some more.
Sharon asked if we have the new CP inks.
We do. Mm-hmm. We have limited supplies because their website messed up our order, and so we only got part of what we normally do. So first come, first serve. We have contacted Catherine Pooler, and Susan is getting it taken care of for us, so we should be able to have all of the inks back in stock.
That was a really inky one.
What?
The pad.
Yeah.
There's ink on the side of it.
This one's really full. All right, so this one I'm trying not to get as much ink on. So, but this one is the S'mores, which is the darkest of the browns. And remember, I stamped in cargo, which is kind of...
sticky grid works for
that sticky grid works great, and it helps me for stenciling so much.
Well, it also looks like it helps not move the ink pad when you're dipping it.
Oh, look at how good that looks. All right, and then for the leaves, I'm going to try and do an ombre, where we're going to do a little bit of color, one color
Should
here.
Throw glitz in there.
What?
Glitz.
Oh, well.
With spiced. That would be fun.
All right, so I'm just lining them up again.
I don't know if we have it out here though.
Glitz.
Yeah, glam.
Glitz and glam.
Glam is purple. I don't think you want purple.
Here's glitz.
Okay.
All right, but I've got red on here, so...
Actually, you should probably have enough on there to find it. Here. Normal person would have taken the stencil off your project.
I don't want to line it up again.
Now your leaves are red.
That's okay. We're going to just go over it with...
You didn't have yellow in your...
I don't. I have a peach and a pink.
Where the yellow went?
Well, this one is marked yellow, so that's what I
But
did.
we had a yellow waffle flower.
All right, so it's on. So I'm just going to go over all of it, and then I'm going back over with a little bit of, I'll kind of ombre it, I think.
Big golden.
All right. All right, I'm going to lift it up so you can see.
And you hand me the stencil so I can clean it real quick?
Sure. Ooh, look at how pretty that is.
I like that there's no super fine details in the stencil, so it's really easy to clean.
It is nice. Because I was worried about that last night, because you know how I am with cleaning and stuff.
Yeah, there's not any like really small bits to it.
That gets stuck in your cleaning rags.
Right.
Okay.
Wow. I think I need a set of these sticky grids for myself.
All right, and then that's rouge. Is that? Do we have?
I would do spiced.
Oh, spiced.
Yeah.
All right. Should I use this new brown? This one? You think that one?
Isn't it orange? Or this one looks more spicy to me than anything. I'm putting these in the right slots.
All right, so now this one, it's not as, this color, and I use mandarin spiced at home, are pretty close. This one's probably just a little bit darker.
What about ginger?
Ginger would be fun too. I'm just going to add a little bit on, I'm not going to go over everything. I'm just going to add a little bit here and there. And it really is kind of deceiving because you can't really tell.
Until you lift.
Until I lift. Alright. I still want to add some red. Sorry. I still want some red. So, now we've got a little bit more variation. Leaves there's some different colors. Oh, you want to clean that one? And do we have red in that pile of inks out here? Fine. Oh, there's rockin' red.
It's a little pink.
It's not. It'll be fine on the craft.
Okay.
That's what I used last night.
Okay.
And don't have a red. Got a red this one.
You could use the, here's the yellow brush.
I'm like, why do I feel like
You backwards?
I'm backwards? There.
There you go.
There we go. But these images are kind of, they're easy to line up, even unless you turn your stencil backwards. Just add a little bit of red here and there. And boom. Just a little extra little layers here. Could have done just a little bit darker, but it's good.
You still can. You always add color, you can't take it off.
This is true.
I think rouge probably would have looked.
You want me to go to cranberry? You want a rouge?
Cranberry would be really dark. I just don't know where rouge is.
It's probably in the drawer. Here's one.
Ah. That one I think needs to be ringed too, though.
Pretty sure they all need to be ringed at this point.
It would have been fun to do the waffle flower brushes, the detail ones.
Yeah, that's better. How fun is that? I do have where I missed, I inked my stamp too much, but okay.
Just cover something up there.
We'll put something over the top of that. Nobody will know. So, Joni has cut me some fun pieces. We've got some nesting ovals. See, look how that would work over that just perfectly and cover up all my little mistakes. And I could add this fun little oval nested here. She even, this is one of last year's set of the sunflowers that I'm just kind of designing a card here on the fly. And we're just,
Here's your thing.
where's my what thing?
Your thing.
Oh, right here. And this is also from Photoplay. Happy Thanksgiving. We'll add that there. Or So, was it this card that I showed? This is actually, it is. So, I'm going to hand this over to Sam and let her design this one, finish designing it, and give her some acorns and some leaves. She did that one on a different project. Acorns and some leaves. And trying to make sure I didn't. Over here. All right, so Sam's going to finish designing that one. I'm going to share with you. Can I have a piece of white cardstock?
On the card base, will that work?
That'll work. So, with the Catherine Pooler inks, say you didn't have the right color of brown ink, and you wanted to die cut your Happy Thanksgiving. So this one here is actually the macchiato. So what I did, or I made the swatch and then Joni cut it out for me, was literally I just took my pad and ran it across my cardstock. Like so. I let it dry for a couple minutes, and then we die cut the Happy Thanksgiving out of it, and now it matches exactly my project. So say you don't have the right color cardstock, but you have a Catherine Pooler ink that you used, you can smush it on, drag it onto your cardstock, let it dry for a few minutes, and now you can die cut pieces to match. She goes, those leaves stamped in gold ink. Yeah, well, that'd be pretty too. Embossed in gold ink. Gorgeous. So, do you have the, I want to wipe up this area that I went a little over with my ink pad. So, I just wanted to share that little bits with you. Catherine Pooler does it a lot in her videos, if you watch any of her videos. So, I just wanted you to be aware of that. And then Joni made me, oh, she really liked her ovals today. This one she did die cut the Happy Thanksgiving in the gold foil. And I believe we have that in stock. Oh, the other would be fun, would be the Spellbinders gold glitter foam. That would make it raised up, and it does very well with these intricate dies, because we have done some in classes with them. And whew. Okay. So I am going to go. What are you doing over there?
My Facebook is acting up.
Your Facebook is acting up. Oh, look, she even trimmed it for me.
Do I need to make sure this is trimmed before I...
I would make sure it's trimmed before you go for it. All right, and do you have any? I need glue. There we go.
I need a trimmer.
You need a trimmer? There you go. Alrighty. So I'm just going, this is one that I did not do the overstamp, it's just stenciled. So we have the stencil and stamp sold separately. But if you purchase them both together at the same time, remind the girls that you can get a bundle price. How's that sound? I think it sounds like a deal to me. Okay, and then once again we have our ovals, and then she found cardstock. This is from My Colors. It matches the sandcastle almost exact. So I'll just there. ahead and put my, oh look, she even used the piece with the barcode. I am just dotting on my glue. This one, it's got some nice wide areas, but some delicate areas, so just want to make sure I get it glued down. There's glue behind that brush over there. And layer this in. So, Happy Thanksgiving is always a hard one to find for a die cut, and we have this one in from Photoplay. Say It with Stamps. And, okay, now I'm going to add I am going to pop that up. So, why is our room is still set up from when we were in trade show before we went on vacation, so I'm like a little off on where to find things. There's a box where my supplies are normally. And I'm like, wait a minute, that's not going to work. So I am going to go ahead and pop this up. And Sam's working on finishing up that other card. I think that if I had a piece of scrap of gold, I would put a little strip across there. But I don't. That's a different color over there.
Is it the textured?
Yeah.
We probably have one. It's a textured silver.
No.
Textured copper.
Maybe. Maybe not.
Mm-hmm. Do we use all of our gold?
I don't know. Luckily we ordered more. That'll work. So I'm going to use this.
I think that's what we have left of our gold.
Can I have the paper trimmer? And I'm just going to make a... Joni's watching. She brings us a piece of gold. Oh. Alright. And... it's almost like magic hands. Okay, now you took my glue again. There it is.
I left it in between us.
Like, I feel like I'm crafting in a hurry here. But I just think that this will add just that little bit of pop that this card. And look at this. We're going to have some fall Thanksgiving cards ready for the season already. So excited.
The season's right around the corner.
I know it's right around the corner. So, who's going to Scrapbook Expo? We will be there as a vendor once again.
With a big booth.
And with the same size booth as we did for CKC. And I am just adding on some of these oak leaves here. And we would love to see you out there. We are also looking for suggestions on what you may like us to bring with us if you are not a regular shopper here in the store, so that we know. Add that there. And I'm going to add the acorn. So this acorn, it looks like she used that macchiato scrap and then put a darker cardstock over the top. And I'm going to do the same kind of thing on the other side. So, look for comments. And
You didn't get any.
Oh, Jan said, I mean, die. So I don't know what.
Oh, she was a happy Thanksgiving die.
Alrighty. It comes with 3 in there. Comes with give thanks and warm hugs. Warm hugs I think is perfect for us because we can send it at Christmas time. Because of course we are usually warmer than most places in the U.S. So you can say warm hugs from Arizona. So, and we do have quite a few of those in stock. So. And that.
Is it lunchtime?
It is lunchtime.
I'm hungry.
Well, that's because we didn't really have a breakfast. We just had protein drinks.
It's because we had a nail appointment.
Yep. Got our pretty nails done today. And down there, let it sit there for a second for my glue. So, for those of you, we've been sending emails weekly that has our top items that sold during the week. I can tell you for the month, this was our is in our top 5. This glue.
Mm-hmm.
So,
are you surprised by that?
I'm not really, but I'm just like, I like to make people aware that this is one of our favorites. And if you haven't tried it, we strongly recommend that you do.
Best glue ever.
So, alrighty. And with just a few extra little die cuts. Look at how cute that is. How are you doing on your card over there, Sam?
I'm almost done.
She's almost done with her card. And so basically,
You have an extra leaf?
I do. What color would you like?
Not yellow. The green would work.
Alright. Green, oak, or maple?
I don't know.
Alright. So, this is the die set we used for the acorn today. We did have one yesterday when I was here, but now when I went out to look for it, it was gone. But this is last year's.
Should be able to get it still.
And we can still get it if you must have this one. Otherwise, we did get in the new one from Becca Feekin that I showed at the beginning of the video, which I'm not quite sure where it is.
Where you put it now?
Where I put it. And then, oh, I think I see it. Then we did use this stamp set that Sam is working on. Joni colored those, and also the die. We have a couple of these left. This is from last year's. This year's is different and comes with a stencil. So this is the new one from Becca Feekin. Look at how cute that acorn is. A little bit bigger leaves, I think, actually work just as good.
Debbie asked how much is the warm wishes from Arizona. You might need to explain that one again.
Okay, the warm wishes from Arizona. It comes with give thanks and happy Thanksgiving, and think it's this one.
Oh, I don't know.
I think it's $15.99.
Yeah, it sounds right.
I just have my packaging over here on the side, and this looks like, well, that's not 6x6, so it's not the stencil, and it's not the stamp. So yeah, $15.99 for the die set, which I don't think is a bad deal because you get 3 and they're all connected. Because